So the moment that I finished commenting on Bill Maher's visit to the White House for dinner with Donald Trump, where he reported that Donald Trump was a very gracious host with a sense of humor that anybody who's heard from people that have met Donald Trump might expect, you go on Twitter. I went on Twitter and found the following from a older middle-aged lady with Ukraine flags and gay pride flag in her bio. Listening to Bill Maher completely normalize the president makes me feel like I've entered upside down town. WTAF. What she's experiencing is the cognitive dissonance that comes when you have the narrative that you've been fed nonstop broken up. People are less believing in the corporate media because they've done nothing but lie. And now you're starting to see cracks in it where people that she no doubt considered an ally, like Bill Maher, who was completely Trump deranged for a long time, who occasionally there would be a crack of light in the edifice of what he was stating. Regardless, this woman no doubt considered Bill an ally, and she was expecting to find out that Trump's as nasty a person as the New York Times and MSNBC report. And when it's not, she considers the fact that she's entering upside down world. Yeah, because you've constructed a straw man of the president as reported by the media that is doing everything that they can to prevent him from having a successful term, because what he wants to accomplish run into the leftist ideology that they want to transport and enact around the world like a new dark curtain that will befall us, where we have to treat everything equally, where transing children is considered somehow to be a great idea. And if you don't believe in such, then you have zero compassion, where men should be able to enter into women's locker rooms if they claim that they are women. These are just some of the many examples of this woman's belief system, because she's basically representative of the left. And in order to do that, they have to obscure the fact that other people might disagree with good ideas. So they create straw men out of Donald Trump. And this is now falling. And so she's in upside down town because she's experiencing the cognitive dissonance associated with this belief system, having somebody take an axe to it. Think of belief as having a many-legged table. The more legs that it has, the more support that it has, the stronger the belief, the harder it is to get to fall. So when they are surrounded by lies in an echo chamber all day that tell them that Trump is the devil, then there are many legs. They might not be truth, but there are many legs to this table that are created. And here is somebody that they will allow in with an opinion that really does a number against this system of belief that she has. Thus, the cognitive dissonance, once again, because that is really what's going on here. And this is what we need. We need more of this. We need more of the Bill Mahers and the Donald Trumps being able to discuss, being able to interact with one another and report honestly, because then it's much more difficult to see the other side as an evil entity. And I frankly see the left as an evil entity, and there's ample evidence. Just as an example, the other day, Chuck Schumer was asked whether or not he would condemn those who were destroying and vandalizing Teslas.
Maher, what's your opinion of the violence against Tesla, their products? What are your thoughts on that? Do you denounce the violence against Tesla products and dealerships and cars in the streets?
I can't talk about Tesla, but Elon Musk is a disaster for America, and America knows it. Look at Wisconsin.
A disaster. He can't even condemn those who are destroying an American iconic company and those who are destroying the value that that company creates in the form of a Tesla car via vandalism, via burning up charging stations, via attacking dealerships and scaring people off of purchasing it, because this is the modern day left for them. And when you have somebody who's more centrist, who's a decent person, even if you disagree with him, that would be Bill Maher discussing with Donald Trump and reporting back honestly, then it belies the straw man that has been created for a person like this. And thus, Cognitive dissonance. Kapow! Kapow! I'm in upside down town. Yes, because what you've been told is a lie, because Donald Trump is actually a pretty good, decent guy. Anybody that speaks to him at length will tell you that he makes you feel important, that he has a tremendous sense of humor. And you want to believe the worst about him because this is what those who are programming your mind into being the non-player characters that you are have done. Ad nauseum, repeated, so that the flow of government funds into, for example, Stacey Abrams' NGO, where she got $2 billion after being open for a month from the federal government because she's favored, because she's an ally. This is where your tax money is going in order to buy energy-saving appliances in the state of Georgia. For Stacey Abrams, it's a complete sham. Our money should not be going to these NGOs that are utterly corrupt and no doubt siphon off a large part of the money, and this gives them political capital. This is not the government being neutral. Absolutely not. But this is what they are protecting by convincing and hypnotizing their base into the hatred of the other side. And so once again, we need more Bill Mahers so that the left experiences the cognitive dissonance, and maybe on the right also we have a straw man built up of the left, although I don't think it's of Chuck Schumer, for example, that I just presented to you, because I genuinely do believe that the left is at this point just a bunch of evildoers that want to destroy. And please, I'm open to my ideas being blown up. I don't think that there's a very valid case for it, but please, by all means, we need to be able to discuss these things peacefully rather than having the Tesla, BLM, protesters, arsonists destroying the value that America produces. So I'm glad to be able to see this cognitive dissonance for this woman and for others as well. Hopefully this extends and we are able then to talk to people that are more open to the fact that their beliefs have been constructed by the New York Times, by the MSNBCs, in order to get them to be NPCs and behave exactly in such a manner. Now they can be more open to reality. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thumb up the video, subscribe. Peace out.